Yo guys and welcome back, and in chapter 318 of My Hero Academia we finally saw the post time skip Bakugo. Although his arrival was a little late, but his arrival was pretty hype in itself. And with the help of chapter 318 I finally figured out the relation between the second user of One For All and Bakugo and what their future will lead to. Because right now in My Hero Academia manga, Deku is literally on another level compared to all pro heroes, students, and everyone in the hero society. For Bakugo to match that level, he seriously needs a huge power up. And it seems like in this chapter, all the hints were suggested that Bakugo might actually get a part of One For All, which means that Bakugo might actually get the quirk of second user of One For All, which in itself is pretty hype and exciting for all Bakugo fans, including me. Which also explains the fact that the first user and the second user themselves look a lot like Bakugo and Kirishima, and I don't think that this is any sort of coincidence. But that said, a obvious question arises that the first user said to Deku that he cannot give or transfer his One For All to any other person, making him the ninth user. And to understand this, we actually need to understand this chapter itself. But also, there was a surprising element in this chapter introducing that the international villains might be arriving pretty soon. But before that, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss these early manga reviews of My Hero Academy chapters every week. And if you are someone who have already read the chapter and is just interested in the theory of Bakugo getting the second user's quirk, you can move to the time given on the screen. And with that all said, let's get started with the chapter. Alright, so the title of the chapter is The Dark Clouds, and the chapter starts with Endeavor calling Deku saying that change in plans Deku. It sounds like we finally have the dates for Overseas Hero and when they will arrive. With more manpower, we will have more options. And he's actually really worried about Deku as he says, if you carry on, your body and soul will surely give out. And as you are the key of the plan, we cannot let you die on us. And you have to actually like the style in which the Horikoshi has drawn Deku here. It is some sort of devil bird flying in the skies, again telling us that Deku right now does not look like Hero at all. He's not working like Hero, he's just saving people and hunting for All For One again, just like in the last chapter as Stain told us. But then in the next panel we saw that Deku is like totally depicted in dark, replying to Endeavor says that I am alright, I can still move, we just cannot give villains the time to prepare. Okay, so the fact that the new international heroes will be coming is really interesting and amazing, as this will not only introduce new characters, fights and all the things, it will also increase the depth in My Hero Academia, as there will be more characters, more backstories, more motivations, and who knows what, like we can have a total crossover of the Vigilante series and this My Hero Academy series, which I am really hyped for. Continuing with the chapter, we see that some of the previous users of One For All are really worried about Deku's condition, as some of his wounds have not healed, and they are saying that right now it is not the correct time to push forward. But then, due to the help of Danger Sense, he was able to sense a villain nearby and ignored all the previous users. In the next panel, we see that Nana says that her feelings are affecting him very heavily, and the fifth user says that no matter what, to that brat, all of that is same. And Yagi Toshinori, the fourth user, says that for better or worse, awakening Aku a end for him. Interrupting all of them, the second user says the path he has taken is the correct one. He shouldn't be allowed to stop, especially in a situation like this. That's what is meant to wield One For All and carry the will of its previous predecessors. And looks to the first and the third user and says that, but perhaps there is some way we might be able to protect Izuku Midoriya. And if we look at these, all these previous predecessors are just a soul inside One For All quirks itself. They can't do much about themselves or Deku, except few things like transferring the quirks, but that is also blocked because like One For All ability of One For All transferring quirks of the first user is actually like expiring at this point. And wink wink, I think that there's only few things they can do at this point, and that is what I will cover later in this video. But regardless of that, continuing further, we see in the next panel that Deku has arrived in the place where he is saving few civilians, but the civilians are even more scared while seeing Deku. And it is not really surprising, like in the last chapter we already know that Stain warned us that Deku is like in the image of more of a villain rather than a hero by the public, because the way he is looking. And you can see that Horikoshi has literally changed his design of drawing Deku. Rather than a smiling person, he's more like a vigilante, a villain, a dark character, and his drawing has like so much detail of fabric and it looks literally gorgeous. But in the next panel we can see a kid is asking Deku, you have multiple quirks, are you one of those subordinates of All for One? And he's like, of course not, I am not. But you can see that kids are still like scared of him, are saying like thank you and run away from him. In the next panel, we can see that Deku is asking himself, saying that All for One, what are you planning? Where are you? I need you. I need to stop Shigaraki. I don't want anyone to be in trouble. I need to stop League of Villains as well. He's taking all the responsibility of stopping one for all Shigaraki League of Villains on himself. He also says that by an imaging of both All for One and All Might pointing to the fingers to him and saying that you are next, and says that he needs to like master one for all ASAP. Now in the next panel we see like a little emotional roller coaster of himself. He like looks at his mom, Gran Torino, like All Might, Aizawa Sensei, Eri, and all the class 1A student, and says that sorry for that, and says that like so that I should like defeat All for One so that I can smile with all my friend and family, teachers, and everyone I know and spend a happy time with them. Moving further in the chapter, we see that Deku encounters another prisoner from Tartarus. This time, this prisoner is called as Dictator, and he has similar abilities to Shindo, where he can actually manipulate and erase, like actually like hypnotize people and their minds. But his quirk is different, as it is pretty much physical. As we can see that from his back, there are some strings coming to the body of the users or the people or the civilians, and who are attacking Deku. And Deku here says that he wants the location of All for One, and for that he will actually like destroy him or like interrogate him. But then we see that a bunch of civilians are attacking Deku on the orders of this guy named as Dictator, and we can see they are not in control at all. Just like the quirk of Shindo's, we can see that they are attacking Deku. And here we can see that Deku is totally surrounded by people and says that Dictator originally captured by Crust, I believe it was 5 years ago during the bloodline surrender incidents. But of course he came prepared this time. He's using people as shield, a powerful attack won't do. I cannot use my Air Force gloves with me, and my black whip is off the table. And he says that like all the people are attacking him, and like right now he's totally like useless. He's in a despair mode. He says that I know, it's okay, I will free all of you, so don't worry, you can beat me up. And he's like, I will think of a solution. And he is literally losing his mind here. We have never seen such Deku ever. But then, to our surprise, in the last chapter, last page of the chapter, we see Bakugo saying that using his AP shot on this guy Dictator on his back, supposedly like destroying the link with other people. And then we see that the second user looks at Bakugo and repeats that if there's something that we can do to protect Izuku Midoriya. And we see that Bakugo say that to the classmate, saying that I found him, guys. I suppose that it will be his classmate he's saying this to. Okay, so now let's move to the thing you all clicked on this video for, the speculation time. And so if we look at this chapter, the chapter is heavily like focused on the wording of second user, saying that a way to find to protect Izuku Midoriya. And as you can see that these like spirits or like the predecessors memory cannot do literally much except like giving quirks to other people with the help of first users like technique. But as the first user himself said that his technique has been expiring and Deku cannot transfer one for all to anyone other than himself, making him the ninth user. But that is only truth for the whole one for all quirk. But if you like actually say like he has to transfer only one quirks, like that might be actually possible, because one for all itself is like such a huge quirk with so much tremendous power. Transferring it might not be possible at this stage. And like, but a small quirk like the quirk of first user or like the quirk of second user might actually be possible, because compared to the All for One, it is literally like very weak, because we have already seen that when Bakugo tells that all the quirks of Deku are like pretty useless themselves, and they're not as powerful as One for All. Like literally, they're not even in the same tier as One for All. Like you can see, like the Smoke Scream, Float, or like Danger Sense, Black Whip, they're just tools for a weapon called as One for All. If you remove those tools, they will still work. The One for All itself will still work. So I do think that the reason why the second user and the third user look so similar to Bakugo and Kirishima might be an indication that both the quirk of the second user and the third user might be transferred to Bakugo and Kirishima respectively. As you can see that the quirk of second user is more like taking damage and and reflecting back that damage, or like making energy and reflecting back that energy again. And if you see that Kirishima has a tankiness body which by which he can actually store a lot of energy, and for him this quirk will be way more useful than Deku, because Deku, if he takes damage, he actually gets injured. But yeah, this chapter itself was a very intriguing, exciting chapter. So yeah, comment down your thoughts in this theory. I really believe that Bakugo and Kirishima might actually get a part of One for All, which will be really really interesting, and I am like really excited for the future of My Hero Academy series, because like it is actually like literally very close to end. Like who knows, like 100 chapters, 50 chapters, like it can even be 20 chapters, no one knows at this point. So yeah, comment down how do you feel by about Bakugo getting finally getting introduced after the time skip for the first time, and like what are your thoughts about like Bakugo might getting a part of One for All and all this stuff. Like from the movie, that movie was one of my favorite moments of My Hero Academia I have ever seen. So yeah, like comment down your thoughts, and like and subscribe the video, and see you guys in the next one.